Hello, and welcome to this presentation of DiscoverOrg. Your attention during this presentation is essential for your success when using the DiscoverOrg tool. This presentation provides an overview of the DiscoverOrg tool and how to use the main features of the tool, which include searching for contacts, which is a single person or a specific account, searching for organizations, as well as building and downloading a list. Before we dive into the elements of the DiscoverOrg tool, it's important to know that DiscoverOrg data may not be added to any integrated campaign, such as Eloqua, Marketo, or Salesforce.com. This is because it automatically creates records in the client system. However, DiscoverOrg may be used for gathering data intelligence. Now that you understand that DiscoverOrg data may not be used in any integrated campaign, let's move on to the most important features when using the tool. The DiscoverOrg tool is fairly intuitive and user-friendly. This is the dashboard in DiscoverOrg. Until you begin using the tool, the dashboard will pretty much appear the same. It will change as you refine your searches within organizations and contacts. Information is added and updated on a daily basis by DiscoverOrg. Later in this tutorial, we will discuss how you'll know when information has been added or edited in DiscoverOrg. Let's begin with the most basic yet important feature, search. There are two ways to search, either the Search tab on the main bar or by the Quick Search bar. The Quick Search bar allows you to look for a single organization or contact. Quick Search is on any page you are in within DiscoverOrg. We're first going to focus on single contact or account search. Use the search feature for gathering data for single contacts and accounts or organizations. When searching organizations, you want to look for contacts in order to gain company intelligence. There are many categories in DiscoverOrg. To make the best use of your research time, Televerdi would like you to focus on the following: executives, financials, technologies, similar companies, org charts, responsibility matrix, and current employees. As we go along, we'll break down the information found in each of these categories. Additionally, you'll want to gain contact intelligence on location, location information, location within the company's organization chart, as well as contact information and a contact's career information. Utilize the Quick Search feature located on the upper right side of the dashboard to look for a single person or single account in DiscoverOrg. Let's use Nike as a single account example. Enter Nike in the Quick Search bar. You'll see the account name populated below. Then simply click on the search icon. The contact person or account detail displays. You have the ability to view the categories mentioned earlier. Company information includes what industry they are in, how many full-time employees they have. Leading executives provides a list of the executives for a targeted account. Selecting the Financials tab shows you revenue, budgets, and if you get a little icon, you may click on the icon to break down where they are willing to spend that budget. On the Technologies tab, each of the blue bubbles is a hand-verified contact that this company is leveraging. It allows you to quickly see if there is a competitor or if there is technology to integrate with or replace. These are also search criteria. You may view locations through the Map tab. On the Similar Companies tab, you may view similar companies that include company name, phone, website, industry, city, state, revenue, and employees. These tabs outline every piece of information DiscoverOrg has gathered about a single organization or contact. You may also view additional information on the org charts, current employees, and responsibility matrix tabs. Note that below the tab bar, each department organization chart is broken out by default. Clicking on IT, Finance, Marketing, etc. will display the department level org chart listed from the top level down. TED, TEDD, is an acronym for Technology, Engineering, Design, and Development. Keep in mind that the org charts are the DiscoverOrg flagship product. You may view levels of an org chart by selecting any level in the Show Levels field. In this example, All is selected. Scroll down further to view the individuals. Hover your cursor over the name of an individual to view specifics about that contact. You may also click on Show All Details to expand information about the individuals within the organization. Understanding the org chart can help you gain more traction and leverage. You can access the direct dial phone numbers and email addresses, their contact information, as well as their reporting structure. You can start looping in individuals prior to being stonewalled, or finding the right person regardless of their title. There is unlimited potential within org charts. Every single account in DiscoverOrg has an org chart available. Let's move on to how you use the search feature on the main bar. You'll most likely spend a lot of time using this feature. When you click on Search, you are brought to this screen. Many of the criteria we just used in the Nike single contact account example through the quick search are utilized through this search feature as well. There are 62 data points you can use to slice and dice the data. On the left side of the screen, these data points have been built into 5 categories in order to save time. Anything you select on the left will reflect itself in this portion of the screen. The benefit of this search feature is that you never have to leave this screen when doing a search. You don't have to toggle back and forth between a search screen and a results screen. Let's look at an example. If you select the Companies filter on the left side of the page, you can search by the industry or size of the organization. If I go ahead and I click on the Industry dropdown, you can see all the verticals listed here. I've gone ahead and selected banking in the industry option box. So if I close this, I could also open up the size filter, and as you can see, I can search by number of employees, revenue, or I could go down to the Fortune Global Rank drop-down box, and I think for this example, I'll go ahead and choose Fortune 500. As I'm doing this, results are beginning to build and populate behind the window. Go ahead and select Close. And notice on the left side of the screen in the filter by category, companies now displays the number 2. This indicates that I have added 2 search criteria to the filter. I used banking as the industry and Fortune 500 as the size. These 2 search criteria provided over 10,000 results. You can see the employee column. Next to it is the company they work for, then the title, email address, and direct dial. If you want more information about any of the data on the screen underlined in blue, simply hover your cursor over the underlined data and a pop-up box appears. Or you can click on the blue underlined data and the information appears in a larger format that will actually take up your whole screen. Here, let me make it bigger so that you can view the valuable information this feature provides. On the left, you can see that Mr. Thomas is an Executive Vice President, Chief Data Officer. You may also view his contact information, technology responsibilities, where he sits in the org chart. Oh, and by the way, you can click on the arrows on the right side of his org chart to display additional information. You can also see the company he works for, as well as his career information and his location. Most users want to know what the first search is that you should run. So if you're in sales or marketing, Doesn't matter. The first search you should run should be what is in your territory, your named accounts, your personas, whatever that search criteria is that remains the same for every one of your searches. That should be the first search you run. As an example, if your territory is the West Coast, for every one of your searches, 3 states are going to remain consistent: Washington, Oregon, and California. So what you first want to do is go to the location where all of your geographical filters are located. Click on Location and the pop-up appears. Go to States and select the states. As you do this, the results start to build and begin to populate behind the window. Add in all of your specified criteria and then close the window. Use the Save Search feature to save the template for future searches. To save your search template, click on the Save Searches tab, and a dialog box appears where you may enter the name of your search and select Save Search. Another option on the Save Search feature is the ability to subscribe to the saved search. You may select your delivery period of none, daily, or weekly, and this will be sent to you via email. You may also select your desired subject and give the subscription a name. Once you've saved a search, whenever you log in, if there are no criteria selected, simply go to My Saved Searches and select any search you have previously saved. Then apply the search. Keep in mind that the broader the search parameters, the larger the results. Use additional filters in the filter category to drill down to what you really want to see. Narrow the scope of your search by adding an employee or technology filter to a new or a saved search. In an employee search, you can filter by department, job function, which is a search group, not a search by a title. Job function may be the best place to start to narrow your search down. You can further narrow down your search by adding seniority levels. Seniority level is the first half of the person's title. Adding technology products to the filter provides options to narrow the search to company or employees, as well as the technology name. Now that you have an understanding of how to use each of the search features in the tool, let's move on to how you build and download lists in DiscoverOrg. In DiscoverOrg, you may build and export a bulk list of contacts that you want added to your campaign. As you can see on the screen, I've created a search that has narrowed my results down to 16 contacts. I'll go over to the right side of the screen and select Bulk Actions. From the drop-down list, I'll select Export All Records. In the pop-up, you must always click on Select All. This populates all of the categories on the screen. Then click on Export. You will see notification that your export is generating, and once the file is downloaded, you may open it at the bottom of your screen, or depending on your system, you may need to access your exported list from your downloads. Once the list is downloaded, email the list to data@televerde.com. Be sure to include the campaign the list is to be imported into, notification as to if new organizations, contacts, or if it appends to existing organizations, and the criteria that was used to build the list. Agents will receive DiscoverOrg login information via Televerde email. When accessing DiscoverOrg, it's important to note that Google Chrome is the preferred and supported browser. Internet Explorer is not supported. This tutorial provided you the knowledge to use the DiscoverOrg tool, to use the search feature for organizations and contacts, as well as how to build and download lists. Your next step is to return to the folder on Schoology and view part 2 of this tutorial series, Inside View. Thank you for your time and attention. If you have questions regarding the content of this tutorial, email datacompliance@televerdi.com.